So the first recipe we're going to do is a grilled cuttlefish salad with pomelo, a red Nam Jim dressing, cucumber, lemongrass, herbs and lime leaf. A Thai inspired salad, really good for the barbie, really good for summer, obviously, being our new seasons, being summer. So you can use this, you can substitute this recipe for prawns, calamari, squid, scampi, bugs, scallops, fish. You know, grilled nice piece of fish and put this salad on your fish is really nice. Or you can put beef in it if you want. If you don't want to eat, you don't eat beef, you don't eat fish. Or you get cooked prawns and just throw them in the salad as well. So there's all different ways of options you can use. Now, this is some cuttlefish here. You know that cuttlefish and calamari are different species. They're all from the same family, but they're all different. Anyway, it's just going to clean it up. These are the tentacles and stuff which you can use also. But basically, taking the wings off it. What I'm doing with cuttlefish, the secret to it is that it has skin. It has a layer of skin on it that you need to remove, or if you don't need to remove, but if you do remove it, it makes your cuttlefish nice and soft and tender. That's the secret. So see how I'm peeling this invisible skin off? Again, you don't have to take this skin off, but if you don't want to take the skin off, you can actually just score it also. I reckon near enough is good enough in this. Basically what I'm going to do is just score the cuttlefish like this with my knife. Like a lattice kind of. This helps tenderize it as well. It's not McDonald's. So we'll just portion it up. Like that. You can even cut it again, but I like to leave it a bit chunky. Like, you know, really meaty. It's almost like a fish steak. So I've got that prepared, because what I'll do is I'll make the components to the dressing. No, to the salad, sorry. And then we'll make the dressing. So basically we've got lemongrass here. Peeling the really fibrous part of the lemongrass, and you can keep this for your you keep the outside parts for like when you make curries or something like that, or you want to flavor things. So if you're using a really sharp knife again, if you cut lemongrass really fine like this, it's actually quite edible and a beautiful flavour in salads. This finger guide in it. When you julienne lime leaf, you want to use it. These are the top parts of the leaves, and these are the bottom. That's the bottom half. So you want to use the top half because it has a less membrane there. So you normally use that for flavouring. Put that in your curries or something like that, or your soups. And only when to use all the top leaves would you use the bottom leaves. And you roll it up like this. It helps you cut it nice and fine in a nice chiffonade, we'd call it, in chef terms, or maybe master chef terms, more chef terms. Told you I was good. Anyway. So, some Lebanese cucumber. Anyway, I'm cutting it on this, I cut it in half and then I cut it like this, so I get this nice, beautiful, ribbony kind of shape. You can cut it on a mandolin. It just helps shape, it helps give the body the salad, not the body, helps give the salad some body when you cut it like this way. Or you can cut it, you can peel it, because some people don't like eating the skin. I find leaving the skin on it holds the cucumber together a bit more. And traditionally they used to, back in the French, Nouvelle Cuisine days, they actually used to salt, you would salt the cucumber before adding it to a salad to remove any excess moisture. A little bonus extra ingredient I brought along is, this is called flat leaf coriander or sawtooth. It is available in your Asian grocers. It is a bit more expensive than your normal coriander. No, it's more pungent. It's really beautiful though. But it's got these beautiful spiky little leaves here, but you actually need, you have to chiffonade it again finely. So add that to it as well. It's a bit more expensive, but it gives you that flavour of coriander without being too leafy, and it's more resilient. It'll hold up in your salads, or even into stir fries. Some shallots, and I'll actually show you how to make. Does anyone want to know how to make crispy shallots? Because once you learn how to make your own crispy shallots, does anyone eat crispy shallots? Go buy the packet ones. Just veggie oil. So, got that. I added some shallots into this. This is a pomelo. It's like a big grapefruit, but it's not. So it's got a really big pith. So I'm just like, this is how you would peel one. Amazing. And it's just got big flesh like that. These are quite juicy at the moment. Also some ginger. You can do all this on a mandolin. And again, if you find ginger too a bit offensive, soak this in. You can put this in water as well, and it takes out a bit of the pungency. But ginger's beautiful, and if it stays in the bloody bowl, I'll be able to get it in. Bird's eye chilies. See, I just pluck the top off them like that. That means you don't waste any of the chili. I'm going to make this quite spicy because I like it spicy and hot. Some garlic cloves, and now I'm just chopping it up because it makes it easier for me to pestle it. Also some coriander root. Should taste everything before you taste the chili before you make it anyway, so we'll taste this chili. See if it's hot. Does anyone want to taste it? The trick is when you can take one of these bird's eye chilies and pretend, and you can just swallow it whole, and it's not hot at all because you haven't chewed on it. As soon as you chew on it, that's when it's hot. That's why chopped chili is always hotter than just like having bits of chili. And when you chew on it, it releases all the oils. Because we used to have in the kitchen chili challenges. We used to put like four bird's eye chilies in a lettuce cup with some beef, and you know. But the trick was don't chew. Anyway, make sure you also wash your hands before you go to the toilet after handling chilies. Anyway, so this oil should be. See if this oil's hot enough. It is. Woohoo! So basically, see they're starting to cook away. All the moisture's coming out of them. And this oil's great. Once you've done this, or use this, you can use this oil for stir fries. You know, because you have the beautiful shallot flavour. Palm sugar. Oh God, not palm oil, but palm sugar. As apparently palm oil is bad. Does anyone know why palm oil is bad? Kills orangutan. Yeah, exactly. God, I got such a knowledgeable audience today. You've all been watching MasterChef too long, haven't you? Joking. So I've added the palm sugar here, and this helps dissolve the chili. Give it a bit of a stir. That's good. All the fumes are coming my way, not your way. Oh, awesome. Limes. This is lime juice. Also room temperature citrus. You get more juice from your oranges and stuff. We've got some other little delectable herbs here that I like to use. Hot mint or Vietnamese mint. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, when using herbs like this, the trick is if you want to make your salads taste even better and smell nicer and all that, be more fragrant. The trick is to actually tear your herbs. That activates them. You know, if you got the whole leaves there, it doesn't smell, but as soon as you let the oils come out, delicious. Also use some garden mint or normal mint or western mint or I don't know, what do you call it? Fresh mint. It's all fresh mint. All right, and then to also pick some. We can pick some coriander. We'll get some coriander into this bowl. These are like looking something like the best crispy shallots I've ever made in my life. Must be the wind factor and the induction and everything. So they're starting to come out like nice and golden. Stir them around. Can everyone see that now? And the trick is to take them out just before they're ready, and then you got to spread, and then spread them out so they don't stick together. But put them on absorbent paper and they'll absorb all the oil. And there you go, some beautiful crispy fried shallots. If anyone can see. So it's really basic. Put a bit of oil. Don't put too many in it at the time because a lot of moisture will overflow. If it overflows on your gas stove, first thing to do is turn the gas off. And lift. If you lift this up a bit, it takes away. It will cool down because it will take away from the heat. So there you go. Now this grill's heating up. A beauty. Some coriander. Sometimes I would even just, if you don't want all fancy pans like we do in the restaurant, I like sometimes leaving a bit of the stalk on. If I roughly chop it. So now we've got the cuttlefish. Now a little secret, and you can apply this to all fish and prawns and stuff like that, is a bit of ketchup mayonnaise, sweet soy. This helps caramelize and it gives it a nice flavour. So what I'm going to do is, being careful, this shouldn't be hot oil, but I'm going to use some of the beautiful shallot oil because I need to lubricate the cuttlefish a bit. You can even let it marinate for a bit if you want. So if you got a Barbie's even better. But we don't. We got a grillette. We got an Electrolux stove. It's better than anything in the world. Plug number 2. So I got all my salad here. Also, we can add more chili to it as well. You can chili in the chili, or we can just slice it again. Don't have to. I think there's enough chili in it already, but sometimes colours, people eat with their eyes, so they always want things colourful. So all that beautiful dressing there. Smelling absolutely fabuloso. Can you smell it? Oh no, it's you're downwind. I mean, you're up. I'm copying it all. See how it starts to caramelise really nicely because there's the sugars in the soy. If you don't want sweet, you can use that ketchup mayonnaise brand has a salty version of it, not a sweet version. If you want a bit more, if you like a more salty palate like me. But I think it balances it out with the rest of the dressing. So one way to test the dressing is also not by just tasting it directly with the spoon, but actually getting some of like what your dressing component. Oh yeah. I didn't put any fish sauce into this. Anyway, I'm not going to use my hands because everyone thinks chefs use tongs all the time. Not true. They always use their hands. I know you don't need to know that, but I like telling that story because it's true. And you think about all the times you've eaten carpaccio, or when it's their favourite dish. And there's beautiful crispy shallots. Definitely some of the best ones I've ever made. So there you go, grilled cuttlefish salad. Let's just do Okay, black pepper crab, and this is a simple recipe. If anyone has ever had black pepper crab or prawns when they've gone to their Chinese restaurant? Anyone had black pepper, whatever? No? Anyway, if now you will, or you might. We have some blue swimmer crabs.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, they're dead. They're dead. They always come dead. I need to get some water on because we are normally we would fry these crab in a deep fryer for about a minute or 2 minutes. So we've got a green mango salad with this dish. So we have these green mangoes. These are purposely grown green. They're not, you know, the ones that you eat ripe. Sorry. You can julienne it by hand as I am doing here. Bit of crunch, bit of bite to it. Lychees for this salad. Nice lychees. I also brought along some rambutans because I saw some rambutans earlier as well, which are fantastic. They look good, don't they? Beautiful, these fruits. Very understated by the Western population, I think. Not understated by the Western population. They don't really appreciate them like the Asian population does. Because you can do great in salads, and if you don't want to slice it by hand, you get one of these little nifty things from Minfat or over there, and you can just gives it a nice thinner kind of. All right, we put a bit of ginger in there as well. Bit of chili. You can julienne it. I'm slicing it. I feel like doing rounds today. You know, that's the beauty about cooking. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. Change it, chop it. You know, there's no rules to. You know, there's no set rules. There's more rules in when you do pastry, because you do need to have 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of butter and whatever. Otherwise, your recipe might not work. Snake beans. They look like snakes. That's why I call them snake beans. Now, you can have these raw, or you can cook them in the salad. We're going to have them raw today. Now, I'm going to put the crab into this little pot. Woo! Just quickly, what we're doing is basically cooking the crab. Anyway, so just blanch these for a couple of minutes. Next part is the good part, the ace part, the fantastic part. Because if we're going to cook the crab, oyster sauce, soy sauce, sugar, black pepper, butter.
Must it be butter?
Must. You don't have to. I don't really use butter either, but you don't have to. But it just gives it what it does. It emulsifies. You can use corn flour instead in this recipe if you want to thicken, because the sauce needs to be thickened. So we need to. That's our kind of emulsifying agent, as you would say. So, going to heat that up. Going to chop some garlic up. Going to slice some chili. So basically now, what we do is we grab some oil, a bit of a shallot oil. Add our lovely aromats in. Our black pepper also. Add a bit of stock. It says chicken stock on the knees, but because we've got this beautiful crab stock here, I'm going to use that instead. Season it with soy sauce. Pinch of sugar. It's all balancing the flavours. Sugar. And I think I just got some sugar in my eye. Oyster sauce, because oyster sauce makes everything taste unreal. There we go. Oh. Drain the crabs off. Da-na-na-na. And the pepper helps thicken the sauce as well. And now the other secret. The butter. Yep. Tastes nice. And the pepper's not overpowering or strong. Put the crab in. Almost don't think I got a bowl big enough. Ready? Ta-da! I'll do it over the sink. I'll do it over the... Oh! Yeah! Who said there wasn't action in cooking? There you go, look at that. And you can garnish it with some herbs, but probably going to fly away. Let's do a little taste test. And then we've got our little salad here, which if you had where did I put those lines? If you had any Nam Jim left over, a perfect dressing for this salad. La 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 la. You know, crispy shallots on top again. There you go, black pepper crab with green mango salad. By the way, it's blue swimmer crab as well. It's not sand crab. Sand crab's really good as well. You can eat most of the sand crab bar, probably the claw part. So, and sand crab's a bit cheaper. So, there you go. Thank you. That's it. Show's over. You can come and taste some of the food if you like.